The sterile, recycled air of the cabin tasted of plastic and stale perfume, a flavor that did nothing to calm the frantic hummingbird pulse in my throat. I have always hated flying. It is an unnatural surrender, a ceding of all control to hollow steel wings and the indifferent whims of the wind. 181 souls on board, the captain had announced earlier, his voice a tinny, cheerful crackle over the intercom that felt like a carefully constructed lie. Outside my small window, the world was an endless, unforgiving blue. Inside, I was drowning in it. My knuckles were bone-white where I gripped the worn fabric of the armrests, my breath catching on every minor shudder and groan of the fuselage. My stomach clenched with each dip, my mind painting vivid, catastrophic images behind my eyelids. Then, through a gap between the seats, I saw him. He was seated 3 rows ahead, an island of impossible stillness in the mundane sea of sleeping passengers and bored travelers staring at tiny screens. I would have bet my life he had not been there during boarding. I would have remembered. Dressed in a severe, exquisitely tailored black suit that seemed to absorb the cabin's flat lighting, his very presence felt like a void. His hair was the color of a starless night sky, thick and dark, falling over the collar of his jacket. When he turned his head just slightly, a fractional, elegant movement, I caught the glint of his eyes. They were not blue or brown or any human color I could name, but a startling, luminous silver like pools of liquid mercury reflecting a distant moon. He was not reading or sleeping or listening to music. He was simply watching, his posture relaxed but radiating a coiled energy, waiting with a patience that felt ancient, profound, and deeply unnerving. A sudden, violent jolt shook the plane, sending a collective gasp through the cabin and sloshing a passenger's drink across the aisle. The seatbelt sign flashed, a frantic red eye in the gloom. The cheerful captain was back, his voice now tight with a tension he could not quite hide. Unexpected turbulence, he called it. My heart hammered against my ribs, a wild bird trapped in a cage of bone. The plane bucked again, harder this time, and the lights flickered, plunging us into a half-second of absolute darkness. In that fleeting moment of black, I saw it. A faint, ethereal shimmer clung to the other passengers, a pale, ghostly aura of soft blue light around each one. The lights buzzed back to life, and the strange glow was gone. My mind screamed that it was a trick of the light, an artifact of fear, but I knew what I had seen. My gaze snapped back to the man in black. He was looking directly at me. His silver eyes met mine across the distance, and there was no warmth in them, only a flicker of something I could not name. Not just shock, but recognition, as if he was stunned that I, of all people, could truly see him. The floor dropped from beneath us. A terrible, grinding screech of tortured metal filled the air, punctuated by a chorus of human screams. We were falling. The world tilted into a sickening final dive, and amidst the raw chaos, a strange calm washed over me, a cold wave of inevitability. And then a touch. A hand covered mine on the armrest, not with the clammy grip of fear, but with a firm, possessive strength. It was his. Impossibly, he was beside me. The air around him shimmered, smelling of ozone and distant stars. His touch was not cold like I expected from a figure so spectral. It was a searing, electric heat that shot up my arm and burned straight into my soul, a terrifying and undeniable claim in the heart of the fall.
Want to keep the flame ignited without having to wait for the next part? You can find the full, tantalizing tale on our main page. See the link in the description.